Mahalo.
Mahalo. Hi, Stu. How are you?
I'm good, Allie. How are you doing?
You know, I'm
You know,
hanging tough. It's 2 weeks for most people to be in quarantine, but you've been working, right? So
yes, I got a few days off there, but yeah, it didn't last. Now it doesn't look like it's not gonna stop now. Yeah, we're gonna be working. Necessary services as a painter?
I mean, the good thing is that you're definitely around way fewer people than people who are at grocery stores.
Yeah, yes, that's true. That is
Why are
true.
you hesitating?
Because unfortunately the people that I'm around are around a lot of people. You know, the building managers and everything, they're constantly in contact with all their, the people that live in those giant complexes. So even though it's like the fish and the mercury levels. If you're a small fish, you have a small amount of your mercury. But if you're a predatory fish, you eat a lot of small fish, and those small fish have little bits of mercury in them, but they all add up over time. So if you meet just one person in the building, but that person meets everybody.
That's exactly why I don't come see you.
That's right. But that's also why we take such serious precautions. We're wearing gloves and
True.
masks. And I'm constantly sanitizing after I see those people.
Yes, that's great. And I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I was giving you a glare earlier because every other day you've been making the shit sound like you're so tough.
Well, it is true though. But,
or whatever, but now you're doing the math on.
well, I've already done the math. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining us here on our show that we like to call Meanwhile. You may notice that Jeremy Treichel is not with us at the moment.
He's still with us, though, on Earth.
He's still with us. Yes, Jeremy Treichel is still with his family. They are all safe and healthy at the moment. But technology is difficult sometimes. Email addresses don't work all the time, I guess. So we're going to try to get Jeremy on a little bit later.
We had a short window because he's a brand new daddy, and so he doesn't have like endless amounts of time right now. So we had a short window. We were trying to figure this out, and then he had to deal with boogers.
Yes.
Sorry, baby Isaac, to call you out on your boogers, but you can't. But Isaac just can't get a grip on his boogies. He's got a little bit cold. He can't even speak yet. So
even with a really cool name, it doesn't help.
Yeah.
And I've heard many a comedian talk about the stuff that comes out of a baby's diaper, but we don't get to hear a lot about having to go into other orifices and clear them out, do we? But boogers happen, don't they?
Boogies happen big time, all the time.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. They don't know how to pick their own noses, so we got to do that for them too. My favorite part was then squeezing it out into the garbage.
I've never done that.
Yeah, no, it's all right. You've done your own. You look after you blow.
Oh yeah. Wash your hands.
And you also notice that we're not just doing audio today, but video because, faces.
Social distancing.
Although if I get like right over here, it looks like we're like, so you cannot do that. Yeah, you're not allowed to do that. Don't get so close.
Oh, I wish I could punch you right now. I would love to hug you.
I mean, I get that.
With my fist in your face.
I get that you miss physical contact with the rest of the human race, but when that contact happens, don't make it violent.
No, I'll come hug you.
So how has it been for you, Allie? I mean, we've talked about how I like to be tough and act like everything's cool out there, but you?
I can be tough.
I know that, and you are.
No, I know. No, this is my game face right now. And my game hair, which is not too bad for a Sunday. I was saying that I'd showered I don't know why I did that, but I showered yesterday for the first time in 4 days.
Nice.
So I was kind of and then while I was waiting for the computer thing, I'm not even kidding you, I had my little eye brightener.
Aw.
I was like, doing my little makeups. Do you need some?
I could use a little. Thanks.
Just a little blushes.
Oh no, I'm not shining. I don't think. Thank you.
Oh. Anyway, yeah. So that's the only reason I look halfway decent right now.
You always look nice. Come on.
Oh my good Lord,
I mean, maybe not when you're at home and it's just you and me, but when you're out in public, you look nice.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is me trying to keep up my bullshit facade.
Yes, of course.
And also, I have to look at myself too right now. I don't want to be totally grossed out. I mean, I'm still grossed out, but.
And it is on video. People will be watching and judging.
God,
Yeah,
best word.
Not only are they listening, but they're watching as well. I'm watching you too.
Stu shaved. How
I did.
your pops doing?
I washed as well, but you know.
Yes.
What are you gonna do?
Anyway, I have not been doing great. I haven't been doing that bad, but yeah, I mean, I'm doing the emotional roller coaster that everyone's doing, you know, day by day, you know, ups and downs.
Yeah, when people ask me how I'm doing anymore, my first response is, well, you know, peaks and valleys.
Sounds just like your father.
Yeah.
You should just have a podcast called Dedicated to Mike. Not bad. Write that shit down right now.
That's not bad. I mean, I've got a lot of life lessons from my father, Mr. Mike Hayes. Shout out to the Loyalites out there. Long live Loyal. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Hi, Diana, Mike.
I just talked to her this morning, and she said, well, now, how do I find out where you do your podcast? And I said for the 1700th time, it's on Facebook, Mom. Oh, so I just go to your Facebook page? She said for the 1700th time. And I said, yes.
You'll have to send her a link. Do you know how to do that?
I've sent her a link.
You have? Oh, good Lord, Diana. You can do it.
She'll figure it out.
Diana, if you've made it this far, I'm so proud of you. If you are here right now hearing this.
Yeah, now get the cat out of the way and watch.
Oh, I bet she's making good food. I don't know why I just went to that. I think I'm hungry.
She just made a whole batch of cookies, and so she could freeze them so that they have cookies.
Oh, great.
Yep.
Have you been eating good? See, you're not in any kind of like survival mode or anything like most people. Stu's a rare bird where he's, for some reason, unusually chill always.
Well, yes, on the outside.
96% of the time. Okay, on the outside.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I usually am pretty chill. But yeah, life's been pretty normal for me. I still get to have a quick trip every day and get sandwiches and chips.
Too. Just because you go to work, like you're just increasing, you're just adding more people every day.
Yes. Well,
yeah.
But what am I mean, I could say no, I can't work. There are a few people that have, and that's definitely a choice.
I just don't know why you go to Quick Trip every day as well. Like why you add that into your day.
Because sometimes you want a ham and cheese, and sometimes you want a double cheeseburger with bacon, and Quick Trip has all of it.
They sure as fuck do.
Plus, I need Mountain Dew. You know, I need stuff. I need those peanut butter bars. I need stuff.
Oh my God, the peanut butter bars.
Yes. So.
You ever get the like goulash chili mac?
I've never gotten the hot food there like that.
It's too bad that the noodles are too mushy, but I want them to be less mushy every time, and they never are.
Well, just ask the people that work there if they know the word al dente.
I know. Quick Trip has such a French-sounding name to it. I would think they would know. Italian.
Plus reality assumes that it comes in a big plastic bag and it's been sitting around on shelves somewhere for months already. So there's no way to get an al dente noodle if it's been soaking for months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It actually was never boiled. It was just like placed in cold water and just got damp over time.
Yes.
We're discussing the theory of Quick Trip noodles. the reason I know that, I'm maybe that's why I kind of like it in a sick way, because when I was a kid, I think I've told you this too. I used to totally set my bedroom up when I was a kid to be like a little house. Surprise! So I had a kitchen area, and I would steal some dry noodles from the kitchen. Like I didn't know what else to cook. So I would just have my little plastic pan on my little stupid stove, and I would have macaroni noodles just sitting in there. And then later they would just be mush, and I would drain the water out in the bathroom, and I would serve it up to my dolls and eat it as well. And it was just disgusting.
But you did eat it, and you probably pretended it was delicious, like you were Anastasia.
Oh,
Governor, is the noodle not to your satisfaction today?
So gross.
Oh, it's quite mushy today, the noodle.
I wanted to bring up this today. One of my relatives who was on Facebook said he was taking a walk yesterday and wished he'd had his camera because he saw 4 people on a tennis court.
I saw that.
But the
Not with a soccer ball. I just thought you meant social distancing wise.
Oh yeah, I mean they couldn't play tennis because they would have to grab the ball.
Well, that's interesting.
And so they were somehow playing a new sport, kicking a soccer ball over the net or whatever. I mean, he didn't go into detail.
That's interesting though.
I know. I mean, there are just so many new things coming about right now.
And it works because I rarely touch my face with my foot.
Exactly.
I mean, it happens every once in a while. It's probably not planned, but it happens rarely.
Yep.
So I'd have to wash my feet a lot less if I was handling a soccer ball.
I don't even know how to kick a soccer ball, really. I mean, I know how to swing my leg to, meet up with an object.
The only thing I know about soccer is that the boys are handsome and the girls are pretty.
Oh my God.
I only see soccer on advertisements, so that's all I get.
Their bodies are like 4 out of 10 though. Just kidding. They're
4 out of 10. Wow.
Just kidding. I'm so kidding. They're off the charts.
Yes, they are. I mean, they're swimmers' bodies people talk about, but runners' bodies they're lean.
Oh man, they can move.
And they've got endurance. So
yeah.
What are you gonna do? I should have been a soccer player.
No, you should have.
Too bad I don't have any kind of hand-eye coordination. I'm glad you're doing all right. Yeah, it is rough out there, though. I mean, I've heard some people at work talk about suicide numbers and how those numbers, the longer this drags out, the higher those numbers are going to become, and how disturbing that really is. Yeah, that's one of the things that makes me very, very sad to think about.
I agree. And I think about it. I mean, I'm not saying I think about suicide, but I think about suicide.
Right.
I've heard that too, and it doesn't surprise me. And
that's why I'm so glad that we have this kind of thing.
Totally.
You know what I mean? At least we can still read each other's faces and know, kind of how the other one is feeling, and you get some kind of at least connection from the immediate response and all that.
I don't know what I would do. I mean, I'm not saying that I would. I don't know. But if I was still living in the basement apartment, I thought about it a lot on days like today. I'm having a hard time like finding a good place to be in this apartment because I have so much light that it's not even doing me justice, unfortunately. But I'm so grateful for it, and I think about that. I mean, I was so depressed living in that basement apartment as it was. I can't imagine being stuck there. And also, it's too close to quarters for me to cry as loudly as I can here.
That's adorable.
I would have to muffle my cries.
Oh yeah, that would suck. You can't. It's not just as good of as good of a cry.
And not as good of a cry.
No.
And also, yeah, because like I could hear them talk on their phone, and also I would probably wouldn't be as expressive on the on this because anyway.
Absolutely. The
Um,
one thing I have noticed is that my neighbor practices his guitar and singing less often because he doesn't have any shows to do, which is
that's
kind of nice.
interesting.
Yeah.
Is that why he was playing before? I would think he
No,
was playing more just for fun.
he does now, but it's just not as often as he used to
He
because
doesn't keep playing the same thing over and over again, trying to like, oh, fascinating.
yeah. So he's just not
And
practicing as much.
yeah, I'm sorry to him in a way.
Maybe he does, but maybe he keeps those hours to the time when I'm not home because I don't think he's working either. So I don't know what I'm talking about.
I see.
Anyway.
Good point. Good point. He might be doing some Zoom playing. Who knows? Maybe.
Yes, I've watched a couple things. Yeah, the improv thing and a couple of bands play live on streaming, which is kind of nice. I mean, I don't have anybody jostling into me. I can get up and go to the bathroom at any point.
Totally.
Yeah.
I know. I was in a Zoom meeting yesterday with some from Lady Laughs comedy ladies, and one of them who lives in San Francisco, they have. I mean, she's been in quarantine for longer than we have here, so it's been a week or two longer where she lives.
Yep.
That she's been homebound, and but she's like, I don't mind going to comedy shows or going to open mics, quote unquote, uh, yeah, for that same reason. Like, it's going to change the nature of things. People are like, oh, I don't have to deal with traffic or
Right?
pay for parking or
There will be
deal with
people out there
assholes.
who just who continue streaming and people will still follow and watch. Yeah, I bet a few will pick up some people that are good at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody and their mama's got a podcast, and now everybody and their mama's going to have a vlog.
Vlog. You're right. We should do a vlog. Is this a vlog?
I mean, I still want to consider it a podcast, but yeah, I mean, technically, I think it has to be a single individual to be a vlog, does it not? But
I don't know.
I don't know. The rules we're making up as we go, man. It's fucking 2020 quarantine nation, baby.
Nation. I feel like the word vlog is it might be out of date. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know what they call it. TikToking, ticking, tweet talk.
I know.
I don't know what the heck they call it anymore. All I know is that vlog sounds like a name I should use the next time I'm a Russian on stage. Hello, my name is Vlog. Hello, Vlog. How are you doing? I am fine.
We should have your daughter on speed dial to tell us what all the kids are saying these days.
Come on now. She's 21 years old. She's already fallen out of touch. She's 3 years out of high school, so she
That's true.
I've already asked her a few things. She's like, I don't know, look it up.
That's
all right.
What are we gonna do?
We gotta wait for Leo to get there. Leo will know. He might know already.
That's true, my nephew.
You'll have to talk to Leo, yeah?
It's on the verge.
Hey Leo, hey Ange.
Oh,
hey,
they're
Randy.
definitely not watching. They're definitely not watching.
Just in case.
That's cute. Yeah. When my sister Marco Polos, when she tries to show the kids, they're just like they're just like, hey.
Absolutely.
She's like, say hi to your auntie. And they're like, like, hi guys, good to see you.
It's almost like being there.
It's almost like being there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. That's really nice.
How many days has it been since a job site accident?
8,332. Hi, Craig Slager.
Craig Slager's definitely not watching.
I thought about not putting that out, leaving that out there because, I borrowed it from a place of business, but What are you going to do?
Don't you ask me to edit this.
I'm not asking you to edit it. If they want it back, they can come pry it out of my cold, dead hands.
That's what that was your reward for having to clean out a storage unit, a storage area that was sitting in dusty and shitty for decades.
And the uncountable amount of times I went to a sewage backup.
Yeah. Yeah.
And did other things that were disgusting and gross and never complained.
I've been thinking a lot about Paul Davis lately, and I've been wondering, shit. I can bleep that.
Yeah.
I'll have to learn how to do that. Damn it. I'm maybe not. I'm not dissing anything. I've just been wondering what the restoration companies have been doing in times like this.
I see them out. They're still out there.
Yeah, I feel like I saw a Paul Davis truck the other day as well. And
Surf Pro, they're all out there.
Yeah, yep. The competitor. Yeah, they're out there. And they're learning new safety precautions or whatever. I also wonder how they're getting access to N95 masks, right, and cartridges for their respirators.
And rubber gloves and 3M suits. All that PPE, yeah.
I mean, I bet they had quite a bit of it, ready, or not because of this, but they stocked these necessary supplies well, but they have to get used quite a bit.
Yes.
and are
50 times a day.
And part of the service is to offer it to clients. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we've spent a lot. I definitely spent a number of years wearing a mask on a daily basis, so it doesn't feel that weird. It's in a way.
Right. I mean, it looks weird if you're making homemade masks, but that's what they're encouraging at this point, I guess.
Can I make mention of my scarf that I'm wearing?
No.
Can you? Okay. So what you been up to?
What about your scarf? Oh, that's a nice scarf.
Well, I've had it for years, and I used to, but I wanted you to confirm that I'm not just wearing this on behalf of the coronavirus, that I am a messy eater. No.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. But I'm a baby.
Yeah.
No, that I'd be wearing this possibly anyway, that I wear hankies a lot, but also I have many handkerchiefs that I have made myself. Do you want to see my homemade mask? Just to be in alignment with
Still have your homemade masks?
Yeah.
I like playing with the video camera when I think no one is watching.
There are all these tutorials online about how to fold.
Wow, look at that.
No.
That's very nice.
And you can test it if you hold a flame and try to blow it out.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So there's just a way to fold the mask, and
that's kind of classy, actually. Well done.
Yeah. So that's what people are doing, Stu.
Yeah.
if you've seen that, but you can definitely look online, and it's just a very easy way to fold these. Here's the thing: not everybody has hair ties. I don't know how men are making these, or if they are.
We'll use rubber bands.
I legit had to look through an old. I don't know. I just literally had 2 of these left, and I was like, "What do people do?" Anyway.
Yeah, hair bands are going out of.
I know. Who has elastic hanging around?
I don't. I have rubber bands. I would use a rubber band. Rubber band.
I think they're suggesting you wear one of these. Like when you go to work tomorrow, if you're around people and you're talking, you're supposed to be wearing one of these now, or wearing something like this. I know.
I mean, that's fine. I will if it's
you go
required.
to Quick Trip, I think in some states, like in Colorado, other states, the state says you have to wear.
Right. Yep. My mom asked me about that this morning. I said I hadn't heard which way they went. So.
Yeah. I maybe just throw one in your card.
I've actually got 10 regular N95 masks in my van, so I can just throw one of those on.
Out loud, man.
Are people knocking on my door?
People need that shit.
Yeah, I started hoarding those a while ago. I might have more than that in there just because.
I actually have one I found.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
The wrapper was kind of open. So I don't know if that means the filter is not, yeah, anyway.
There's no filter in there. It's just literally a rubber piece that flaps back and forth. Yeah. So.
I couldn't remember if there was a little charcoal in there or not, but yeah.
No.
Well, that's exciting.
Isn't that exciting, ladies and gentlemen? Quarantine topics that we have to talk about, wearing masks and stuff nowadays, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
I know. Is Jeremy calling?
He is not. He said that things got chaotic over there, so
Oh,
I told him to call anytime, but we'll see.
Shoot. Well, both his partner and his baby have little colds.
Yeah, they're both a little sick. He's hoping it's just a cold.
It should be.
Yep.
Probably.
Do you know any? Do you know anybody or know anybody personally who knows somebody who has the coronavirus?
Yes.
You do. I don't know
any. I mean, I know. I don't know. I have a couple friends online who within the last day or two expressed feeling some symptoms. I haven't checked back on that. One ended up having strep throat, but I know many people, several people who know people who have.
I don't know anybody. I haven't heard anybody who I know.
Oh, really? You don't know anybody who knows anybody?
No.
You're like 2 degrees from it. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, a few. It's amazing how many like famous-ish people have had complications from it, or like older famous people have passed away from it. It's wild.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I a friend of mine's friend is, I may have told you, like her leg, she's had to use crutches to get around.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a few days ago, but yeah. Yeah. So I mean, that's why hashtag stay home, stay home.
Yeah, right. And it's nice that some people in New York and in all those places, they're out on their balconies and they're like, they have this standard time where they all come out and sing or whatever, or they're out there as a nurse or a doctor or whatever walks by and they all just come out and cheer. I mean, those moments of social isolation where people have to reach out regardless. Yeah.
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 Are you familiar with John Krasinski's Good News show that he put out on YouTube?
Mm-mm.
I don't know when it was first aired, maybe a few days ago or like within the last, just since this. And I only watched one episode earlier today. I don't know if there are more. It's just 15 minutes. He calls it, what I wrote it down. Oh, some good news. Some good news. And it's like literally John Krasinski has always wondered why there wasn't just a news program that's just devoted to good news.
I've thought that myself.
So yeah, you're gonna hate yourself because of John Krasinski did it so perfectly and wonderfully, and it's so timely right now. And it's just, I bawled from the first 10 seconds of the thing throughout the whole 15 minutes, because it's just, he showed clips of all the different cities and places where people were cheering for those shift changes and for all those people and all those efforts, and showing all these other clips of people applauding or cheering or surviving, or like that man who put the sign in the window that said "Thank you for saving my wife's life" to the hospital. He just did it from the outside. Yeah, it's a wonderful show. Thank you, John Krasinski, for doing it. In the middle of it too, he Zooms with Steve Carell because it's also the 15th anniversary of The Office.
Wow.
So it's a really wonderful little 15 minutes of content. Honestly, it's positive and it's funny, and it just definitely highlights a lot of good shit that's going on right now, and so it's a nice distraction from even half of what we've been talking about today.
Yeah, right?
It's a weird time. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it helps. I mean, if a person's in their own head, and they're quarantined and they can't go out and they can't do things, if there's any way to pull out of that. But I mean, at least it's nice to know that some people out there are still thinking about everybody else.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really neat. In fact, I have a gal that I know actually picked up my sewing machine from my side porch yesterday. She had posted, anyone have a sewing machine I could borrow? She was having trouble making this, like it wasn't fitting her comfortably or her husband. This is Peggy Hurley, by the way,
Hi, Peggy.
Yeah, shout out to Peggy, who will never listen, never watch this. But anyway, so she wanted to sew some, and then she messaged me and showed me a picture of her made one. Anyway, I put my sewing machine on the side porch and I was like, come pick it up anytime. So now she's going to make some more, and I should have been doing that before I loaned her machine, but now she's doing it. So thank you, Peggy.
Go Peggy.
And giving them away, and a lot of people are doing things like that. And because there's a homeless population.
Certainly.
And lots of people. So.
Yeah, and I'm not normally one to sit around and wondering how all my family and friends are doing, but this stupid coronavirus has me sitting around going, oh, I hope Jason's all right. Oh, I hope Chris is all right. Oh, I hope everybody's all right.
Allie better not call me again crying. No,
well, I know how Allie's doing.
You're like, nah. No, I'm just kidding. I know. I think I mentioned to you the other night that even bros who don't usually video chat are like
are concerned.
Are like maybe gonna chat up. I mean,
yeah.
You've been playing D&D via Zoom, right?
Oh yeah, I finally get to play Dungeons and Dragons after 30 some odd years, and I can't even sit down with people to hear them shake their dice. Yeah.
What euphemism, shake your dice?
Maybe.
No, okay.
But it still is nice to play D&D. At least there's live audio streaming, chat, video quality.
Isn't that great?
It is nice.
It's so weird. My friend uses this platform. She and her brother watch TV together.
So
like a lot of people are doing that. I think Netflix is having a thing where like a bunch of people could log in to watch something at the same time, or I don't know.
That's fascinating. I never thought of it. It's like going to a movie theater then or something.
Right?
Huh.
So for my friend and for other people, they must just literally just have this streaming thing going, but they're just living their lives and just talking and.
Oh.
I know.
That's fascinating.
We could hang out and watch Penny Dreadful. Or wait, what?
Oh yeah, what is it? Oh, it's Penny Dreadful. Thank you. Hi, Chris. Chris does watch this show.
Definitely not watching. Is he?
He does. Hello, Chris. Yeah, he asked. He was the one. He asked if we could do video.
I know, and I want
I will watch Penny Dreadful, Chris. I appreciate you sending me the season. I promise I'll watch it. Don't you shake your head, Allie. My friend gave me homework and I never did it.
He wants to.
I do, but they keep coming out with new video games.
And you're a reader.
And I'm a reader, and Chris is very forgiving.
Chris is the best. Oh, well, yeah. So I appreciate that you've jumped on board with this Zoom thing with me a couple weeks ago, and that we're able to maybe do this. And when Jeremy can figure it out.
Yeah, we'll get him.
Maybe we can get together. I mean, meanwhile, everyone is social distancing and in quarantine, and we haven't. And because Jeremy became a dad, we haven't been able to have any consistency whatsoever in doing this podcast. So,
yeah.
So Stu, you
Because it's good
thought,
for us too. I want to do this as often as possible.
yeah.
Yeah.
So good idea. Jeremy was like, you guys can just go ahead and
Yeah, this once. Yeah,
this
thank you,
one.
Jeremy. Hi, Jeremy.
Hi, Jeremy and Shelly and Isaac.
Yes. So yeah, hopefully we'll get Jeremy on next time, and everybody stays safe and uses their face masks.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Wash your ass. All right, everybody. Well, we're gonna end it here, I guess, and we'll end it the way we always ended, with my favorite saying in the whole wide world. It's nice to be nice to the nice, so be nice. Bye.
Bye, Stu.
Bye, Allie.